Jersey story. No,
South Florida stories are fucked up too, man.
Well,
it's a crazy area, man.
That's fucking always been crazy down there, man. That's where people go when they're just too crazy.
They're losing. Everything was drugs, man.
Yeah, everything is drugs.
Everything.
Like everything is drugs down there.
Steroids, ecstasy, drugs, coke. That's all. Like that's just all. Like I mean, well, in my high school there was a lot of steroids and shit, but but it's a different time. Everything's changed, man. It is. It doesn't seem like little kids hustle like they used to, man. I mean, we were always hustling, washing cars.
In Boston, a couple kids got arrested because they were shoveling. They're going around shoveling driveways, and some people got mad.
Can you believe that?
That's crazy.
Can you believe that? That's how the kid does. And a kid in my position when I was that age, and I'm not embarrassed to say this, I was very spoiled. My mother, if I just asked her, my dad had died.
Right, so she did that. You were like Cartman.
Right, whatever I wanted,
yeah.
It just took me a week to get.
You were Cuban Cartman.
And I never really had to do half the things I did at that age, but I enjoyed them. When I used to go to 148th Street, I'd see these kids and they inspire me. They had, I had air conditioning in my room. These kids lived in a room with their mothers and fathers in the living room, thrown around the fucking floor. The bedroom was for clothing, and they had one. And I couldn't even tell them how I lived. They'd ask me, and I'd be embarrassed to tell them but they taught me. They inspired me that you had to move every day, and I never forgot their hustle. They always shook down somebody, but legitimately, they weren't bad kids. Like, they just tell you the truth. At night when you leave and you're in Staten Island sleeping in your window, we're going to protect your fucking window. Mm-hmm. They were different kids. I forgot their names over the years. But they taught me that gift, and that's what kids are lacking today, that they don't really...
Well, what's even more crazy is like our grandparents, like my grandfather, he was doing construction at like 12, man. He was driving trucks because you didn't need he was driving down the dirt roads back then. My family, they were all from Jersey City. And when they were younger, man, they all worked. My grandfather, he can get past sixth grade, I think.
What was the first time you got behind the seat of a car?
I was in a stolen car in middle school. But we used to, these two brothers.
What are you doing, Lee?
Al and Vinny.
What?
What are you doing?
Nothing.
What just cracked?
Nothing. It's just something off the mic stand. We're cool.
He looks like his lips are fucking falling off.
Yeah, it feels like it.
He's hammered. No, Al and Vinny, they had this mail truck that they took and they rebuilt it. Like this the kid that had the mini bike that they could build everything. Like typical Guineas, the grease monkeys. They fix everything, right? So we had a mail truck that we used to drive around in, but it was on the other side. So the first time I learned.
What is it with mail trucks? And then
you had a mail truck too to fuck around in?
No.
Well, they used to be at the dump, at the jump show, at the dump. And then you would take it and they could fix it up, start it, and go. But the funny thing is that I've been driving since I was like 11 or 12. But when my mother tried to teach me how to drive, I had to act like I didn't know how. She's like, I'm going to teach you when I want to get my... I had already known how.
How old were you when you got behind the...
15, 16.
Yeah, me too. I was petrified.
You didn't drive?
I wasn't
I
scared
didn't
of it,
want to. I had no need for it. I didn't want to. I didn't like cars. I wasn't attracted to cars as a kid.
Too, right?
And then when my mother died, I used to hang out with this dude from time to time. His name is Mike Denny, and his father owned a ship contracting company. So when your ship came into town, they went in, they painted all the garbage, they took the barnacles off your ship, they put Rust-Oleum on, they rebuilt the floors with the water, where it was leakage with that special kind of plywood, and they did everything at night. So they got really busy, and I used to hang out with Mike. They used to call him the devil. When he was a kid, they call him the devil. You know what the devil is today?
What's his last name?
Denny, Mike Denny. Today he's in a prison in North Carolina for killing his wife. I mean, this kid.
Because I knew a kid from Patterson with that nickname.
This kid was the fucking devil when we were kids. He was right around my block there in North Bergen. And he came to me one day and he goes, listen, my father needs help, and he really likes you, and he knows your mom died. You know how to drive. You want to drive with us at night? And I'm like, I can't drive a stick. So from 6 to 10, I drive to Hoboken Pier. I go to Newark Pier, and I just drop off little things.
You just fucking drove. You never driven before that?
Never. He taught me how to drive, and after 2 weeks, I said, I'm scared. I don't want to do it no more. He goes, Jesus fucking Christ. And he called his brother, who had a driving school like down the shore, The brother came, didn't check any paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
And just gave me a driver's license. Just like fucking that. Gave me the thing. He's like, don't worry. I think at 16 and a half, you get a learner's permit.
16, you get a permit.
And you
16
can
and a half,
drive
you get a
with-
license.
Well, yeah, New Jersey, Florida, it's 15 and then 16 to drive. And in New Jersey, it's 16 to get a permit, 17 to drive.
That's too fucking young.